Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. Gonna play some Super Luigi Brothers today. That's right. Not Super Mario Brothers, Super Luigi Brothers. It is a full, complete game of Super Mario Brothers, essentially, except it goes to the left. Kinda cool. Got the backwards question marks there. Few things more iconic than the Super Mario Brothers music, the theme, and I'll never forget when I first heard this song played by a live band. The first, video game music being played like as though it were, legit music. And I heard this at a retro gaming convention years ago, and it was just really great. Now, as you may notice, in this game, you can jump higher than in normal Super Mario Brothers, but other than it going to the left and you being able to jump higher, it's pretty much the same game. Now, I would imagine this game would drive speedrunners nuts. Obviously, I'm not a speedrunner, but because they work so hard on just precision jumping, precise jumps, and everything. And just the perfect timing of everything and where all the enemies are and the memorization. Imagine then doing that backwards. But pretty cool. Great to be playing a version basically of Super Mario Brothers again. As many of you know, if you listen to the channel, I got my NES and oops, should have got all the way to the top to get 5,000, but oh well. Got my NES in 1987 when I was 20 for Christmas, and that was the first time I'd played Super Mario Brothers. But what I haven't talked about is, in the late 80s, the NES was just everywhere. And not just in everybody's homes, and not just a popular console. There was just so much talk about it. Because there were so many secrets and surprises in games like Super Mario Brothers and Metroid and Legend of Zelda, that there was just so much to talk about. People would trade tips and tricks, call each other on the phone, kids talking about it at the playground, and on and on and on. And even the water cooler at jobs, the NES was very popular with grown-up gamers. And I remember Super Mario Brothers and NES being on the news and just being all over. It was even on talk radio. There was one particular talk show host I listened to in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He would devote entire segment. He typically talked politics and current events, and he would dedicate entire segments to video games, to the NES specifically. And there were so many rumors about video games and Super Mario Brothers in particular. Like, there was a rumor that you could jump over the flag and get, a lot more points and what that would do and everything. But just a phenomenal game. Very few games in the history of the industry are as phenomenal as Super Mario Brothers. And it's kind of cool to have this new spin on the game, being able to play it the opposite direction. I like that. Now, it kind of reminds me of, there's a game called Cabbage Patch Kids Adventures in the Park for ColecoVision, and it was an early platformer. It came out, I believe it was after Pitfall, but before Super Mario Brothers. And in that game, you could go to the right if you wanted to, but you could also go to the left, which is pretty awesome. Very underrated game. It was definitely not just a kiddie game. It was a legit platformer with swinging on vines and, well, that was dumb, and everything else. Man, good thing I was invulnerable for a little bit there. Look how high you can jump. Take that, Goomba. Now, I've heard people say the first little Goomba in Super Mario Brothers is the most deadly video game villain in history, most deadly enemy, because so many people, when they played Super Mario Brothers for the first time, just really didn't know what to do or what to expect, because platforming, there were some platform games like Pitfall and Cabbage Patch Kids, Smurf Rescue and Gargamel's Castle. There were a few, but Super Mario Brothers was just so different. being able to jump on enemies and everything, and it was just the type of game that people hadn't played before. And so that little Goomba killed many people who just walked up into it or jumped, mistimed their jump or didn't know what they were supposed to do without reading the manual. So Little Goomba is perhaps the deadliest video game character, that first one, in gaming history. It's funny, these levels seem really short, compared to modern games. And when this game, when Super Mario Brothers, I keep referring to Super Mario Brothers because this is just basically it going the wrong way, but it seemed longer back in the day because you weren't used to games with worlds like this. We were used to single screen games. Obviously a little rusty at this maneuver. I love the music in this level. It sounds really foreboding. Alright, just get on by. Obviously blew the chance to get that mushroom. But yeah, for those of us who grew up with the Atari 2600 and the ColecoVision and the television and everything, the NES was quite the evolutionary step. Shouldn't have died there, but like I said, a little rusty and I'm distracted by my own talking. But I'm going to get through this level and hope you guys will hang around and watch some more of this video as I get through a few more levels. It does feel very, very different going to the left. I almost feel like I'm in England or something, driving on the wrong side of the road. It's just kind of an odd sensation. It was done. Didn't jump quite far enough. Just one guy left. Better be careful here. Time my jumps a little better. Come on, Luigi. You can do it. All right. Obviously a little rusty. Holy cow. That was bad. Alright guys, so thank you for watching Super Luigi Brothers, my pathetic attempt to play this game. And if you want to stick around, I'm going to play it some more because I didn't have a good run that time. Let's try to at least get through a couple levels without dying. Not yet. It's funny, as many times as I've played this game, it's easy to forget which pipe you go down to get the extra coins. Now, as many of you know, 100 coins will get you an extra life, which was a great feature. It's very commonplace now, and Sonic, sort of copied it with getting a bunch of rings and whatnot, but back in the day, that was considered, pretty revolutionary. Blew it again. Got to get a slightly running stop and then boom, jump on the edge and get your 5,000, but not so much here. If you guys have watched some of my recent videos, my standard videos, top 10 lists or whatever, or just some of my Tales from Retro Gamer or whatever, just the last couple of episodes, you might have noticed there's some changes, with production. I've got a professional editor now that's been doing some gameplay footage and, just some nice little twists here, just nice little flourishes. Some old, clips from old gaming commercials or whatever. Trying to spice up the old vids a little bit. And I want to thank my patrons for that, including my top patron, Shane Stein. Very awesome of you guys for donating to the channel and getting some extra perks and benefits and bonuses and helping me grow my channel and improve the production. Really appreciate it. And thanks to all you guys that have just been watching my channel over. I noticed on Time Hop on Facebook the other day that a year ago I hit 1,000 subscribers. And since then, I'm almost to 2,500. And I think that's decent growth, you know, for just a sort of a YouTube noob, you could say. Someone that didn't start, you know, a decade ago when it was easier to grow your channel and when the algorithms weren't so tricky. So I tell you what, this time in the Warp Zone, let's go to World 4. What the heck? Dun, 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 dun. I remember when when cell phones, you know, were first became ubiquitous and I got my cell phone, I put the Super Mario Brothers ringtone. Or it was at some point, I don't remember how early on it was. I don't remember, it might have even been my first cell phone, but at some point in the relatively early days of you know, convenient, small, cheap cell phones, I put the Super Mario Brothers ringtone on my phone. And I thought, oh, this is great, this is cool. But, that was brilliant. But after a short time, I got so sick of hearing that. Every time it would ring, hearing that. Now, when I play the game, I love to hear the song, love the theme. But just for some reason, just the first few notes of that on my phone just got really old really fast. So I deleted that. Sorry, guys. Sorry you're not seeing a better run here, but I hope you're just enjoying the chat. So I do these gameplay videos for just to chat with you guys and just an excuse to pull out a game that's something I might not play otherwise or just might not think to play. I can jump pretty high there, like I said. It's still kind of getting used to it. Game being a little different. Obviously very rusty. And it is. Try it. I mean, if you've got NES Remix 2 for the Wii U and have never played, you know, never chosen this option, play it. It's tricky to go left. It just doesn't feel right. One reason I'm not doing great. All right, I'm just gonna try to go for it. Forget that. Okay, since I blew that jump, let's do this. Hey, I might even win an extra life. I'm at 85 coins. Nice victorious sound there. Little fireworks action, always cool. It's harder to do that going left. Alright guys, thank you for watching the gameplay video of Super Luigi Brothers. And I'm going to probably play this again in a little while without the camera going. And comment here on this video. Let me know if you've heard of Super Luigi Brothers. Tell me your experiences with the original Super Mario Brothers. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys in another video. We'll talk to you later.